All right, well, good afternoon. We got the trailing arms done, got them mounted up, did a flex test, everything looks really good. Got the new upper links on, took out the mock-up upper links, and I think this afternoon, real quick, well, not real quick, but hopefully it doesn't take too much time, I'm going to swap out these unit bearing cups for the genuine article, because the unit bearings that I have are the Spider-Tracks unit bearings, and the unit bearing cups I had are the Trail Gear brand. I thought I'd be able to get by with them, but turns out the machine pocket on the inside of the unit bearing is not deep enough to accept the Spider-Tracks unit bearing, so I had to space it out just to make this thing a roller. And so I'm going to swap those out. I also got brake parts, so we'll try to mock up. I've got, these are the unit bearing cups, and then I got the double shear brake caliper bracket kit. So we'll mock these up and make sure I get them clocked correctly. And shouldn't be too long of a video, but it's progress. So here we go.
So as I said before, I learned that the Trail Gear unit bearing cups don't work with the Spider-Tracks Ultimate unit bearings. The clearances and the machine depth in them isn't right on the Trail Gear cups. I thought I would save a little money by just using the Trail Gear cups that I already had, because I was going to use these originally on the other axle, but end up having to cut them off. Not a big deal, they're only tacked on. This is precisely why you only tack things on until everything's final, and then you fully weld things in. So I'm glad I only tacked them on, and just cleaned up the tube a little bit and was able to use the Spider-Tracks cups. Spider-Tracks cups are a tight fit, but it's a Spider-Tracks axle, Spider-Tracks cups. Just clean them up. They've got that that sticky stuff on there. It's like the same stuff that you have that when you get new rotors from the auto parts store for your car. They've got that sticky stuff on there that keeps them from rusting. And here I'm just checking and making sure they're plumb in relation to the axle and or perpendicular. And I found that the cut on there was a little bit off, and the cup was rocking a little bit, so I just sort of fixed it up just real quick. This is not going to be final at all. I'm going to take the axle out from under the buggy and put it up on the bench and fully weld everything. So when I do that, I'll do it with a fixture bar and weld pucks on the unit bearing cups and make sure everything is completely plumb or perpendicular and things aren't wonky. So here, just tightening up the unit bearing over here to the driver's side. Rinse and repeat. Got to do the same thing, and didn't take me very long, maybe an hour at most. Now what I got to do is just do another flex test. I've got the brake parts now. So I wanted to throw on the new rotors and the rotor hats, because the rotor hats make up a thickness of about 1/4 inch, and so that's going to set that tire and wheel package out by 1/4 inch on each side, which shouldn't make a difference at all. But just in planning 3 or 4 steps ahead, I am going to need a sway bar arm in there, and that's the next purchase I'm going to make, is a sway bar. And it looks like I'm going to have to fabricate a custom sway bar arm that steps inward just to clear the tire at full articulation, because if I run the sway bar straight, which is this tube, it'll be coming off this tube that's closest to the camera on the rearmost part of the chassis. If I run that sway bar on there just straight, the tire is actually going to probably collide with the sway bar because of all the articulation this thing has, and just the width of the sway bar, that's just how it works out because of the way that the chassis is designed and the width of that back basket for the spare tire. So anyway, it just demonstrates how important it is to test.
All right, well, that took about, I don't know, an hour and a half. I wanted to put those on there so I wanted to get those unit bearing cups on there, and the brakes, or the brake rotors at least. I'll mess with the brake caliper mounts at a later date, and then I also will make sure that these unit bearing cups are square or perpendicular to the axle tube. When I do my final welding on them, I'll put a fixture bar through there and make sure everything's straight and perpendicular, parallel, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to get the calipers, or not the calipers, I wanted to get the rotors on there, the rotor hats, because the rotor hats take up a thickness of, I don't know, I think a 1/4 inch. They're aluminum, and they run the tire out a little bit wider. And I was also not certain on whether or not the unit bearing cups from Spider Tracks versus the unit bearing cups from Trail Gear, which is what I had on here before. I wasn't certain if they had a different offset. So now I'll go and I'll flex this out again one more time and make sure everything clears before I blow this thing apart and start welding out the chassis. So that'll be the next thing. All right, so I guess that'll do it for today. It's going to be a short one, but you guys get the idea of what I was doing. And thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, give a comment, and let me know what you think. And we'll see you on the next one.